Imagine a shipment of second-hand electric vehicles and fake meat products arriving in a developing country, hailed as a gift to support green living. The message is clear: this is the future of sustainability. But what if these very products are unwanted, ill-suited to local infrastructure, and fail to address the real challenges faced by these communities? As developed nations embrace these so-called green technologies, many developing nations are pushing back. They see through the greenwashing, the marketing spin that portrays these products as environmentally friendly while hiding their hidden costs and practical challenges. From deteriorating EV batteries to culturally irrelevant, highly processed fake meat, these so-called solutions often create more problems than they solve. Electric vehicles are often celebrated in wealthier nations as a key solution to reducing carbon emissions. But their second-hand versions bring challenges when shipped to developing countries. One of the biggest hurdles is the limited lifespan of lithium-ion batteries. These batteries degrade over time, losing their capacity to hold a charge and reducing the vehicle's driving range. For many buyers in the global south, replacing or repairing these batteries is prohibitively expensive, leaving them with vehicles they can't afford to maintain. Without the necessary infrastructure, second-hand EVs often become obsolete, collecting dust in scrapyards or on roadsides. Charging infrastructure is another major issue. Developed nations are still struggling to build enough charging stations to meet demand, and the challenge is even greater in regions with less developed power grids. Without a network of charging stations, these vehicles become impractical, creating dependency on technology that local communities are not equipped to support. Instead of being a step toward greener transportation, they become expensive paperweights. Moreover, when an EV's battery reaches the end of its life, its disposal poses an environmental hazard. Lithium-ion batteries contain toxic materials that, if improperly disposed of, can leak harmful chemicals into the soil and water. Many developing nations lack the recycling facilities needed to handle this waste safely, turning green technology into a growing source of e-waste. Meanwhile, fake meat products are being promoted as ethical and eco-friendly alternatives to traditional animal products, but they fail to fit into many traditional food systems. In much of the developing world, diets revolve around local, natural ingredients that have sustained communities for generations. Foods like grains, legumes, and vegetables are staples, often grown using sustainable farming practices. Introducing highly processed fake meat into these diets ignores this heritage and pushes expensive, unfamiliar products that don't align with local preferences or nutritional needs. The sustainability claims of fake meat also overlook important realities. While plant-based products may have a lower carbon footprint compared to industrial livestock farming in the West, many developing countries already practice small-scale, sustainable farming methods that integrate livestock with crops. These methods regenerate soil, support biodiversity, and even sequester carbon. In contrast, fake meat relies on monocropping, growing single crops like soy or peas over vast areas, which depletes soil, harms ecosystems, and requires heavy pesticide use. Pushing fake meat in these regions undermines farmers who are already practicing environmentally sound agriculture. It also disrupts local economies by displacing smallholder farmers who depend on livestock or traditional crops for income and food security. The export of second-hand EVs and fake meat is part of a larger trend. The offloading of unwanted products from wealthier nations to poorer regions, disguised as green solutions. This practice often shifts the environmental burden onto countries ill-equipped to manage it. Exporting used EVs with degraded batteries or surplus fake meat with limited demand doesn't solve sustainability problems. It simply moves them elsewhere. These nations are left with the waste, pollution, and economic disruption that come with these imports, while their own, often more sustainable practices, are overlooked. True sustainability lies in supporting local solutions that align with the needs and strengths of each region. For agriculture, this means investing in traditional farming practices that promote soil health, biodiversity, and food security. Smallholder farmers who use regenerative methods can grow food in ways that are environmentally sustainable and culturally appropriate. In terms of energy and transportation, renewable energy projects tailored to local needs, like solar power or wind energy, can provide more reliable and practical solutions than importing second-hand EVs. Developing robust public transportation systems, such as electric buses or solar-powered rickshaws, can offer scalable, low-emission alternatives without relying on costly infrastructure for individual vehicles. One critical step is building local recycling and waste management infrastructure. Instead of exporting the waste problem, developed nations should invest in facilities that help developing countries safely recycle EV batteries and other toxic materials. This approach not only mitigates environmental risks, but also creates economic opportunities through local job creation. Finally, listening to and empowering local communities is key. Many regions already have sustainable practices rooted in traditional knowledge, and these should be supported rather than overshadowed by foreign products and technologies. The narrative that second-hand EVs and fake meat are the future of sustainability is deeply flawed. For many developing nations, these products represent greenwashing solutions, offering little benefit while creating new challenges. True progress requires a commitment to local solutions, sustainable practices, and collaboration with communities to build their own futures. It's time to rethink what sustainability means on a global scale, and focus on approaches that benefit everyone, not just those at the top of the economic ladder. Together, we can create a greener world that's fair and inclusive for all.